Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
Thank you for being with us today for this, your Daily 180 Bible study. We are in the midst of just beginning a study on the book of James. And I want to begin by talking about who is the writer of the book of James, because it's really important. In the New Testament, there are 4 James that are mentioned. 2 are almost completely unknown. One was martyred around AD 54 or 44. And then there is another James that is the half-brother of Jesus. Now, I bring that up because whoever this James is, he's so well known that he can just refer to himself as James. So most likely, this is James, the half-brother of Jesus. And that's really significant because notice the way this book begins. James, a bondservant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ. He didn't begin the book by saying, James, the half-brother of Jesus. No, James had a lot of humility. He realized his place. Likewise, we need to realize our place. And it influenced all of his life. There are certain things that tradition tells us about James. We're told that he was a man of prayer. As a matter of fact, one writer said his knees were as thick as the knees of a camel. That had something to do with the idea of how much he was kneeling to pray. We know he was martyred around AD 62, and it is said that when he died, he spoke the same words as his half-brother Jesus, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." But there's something else that I want to emphasize about James. It's really interesting. When you look back at the Gospel of John, chapter 7, verse number 5, there's just a brief little statement there that tells us something about James. It says, "For even his brothers did not believe in him." Do you realize that there was a time that the one who wrote this book, the book of James, he didn't believe in Jesus. He thought that there was something wrong with this brother. But then he came to a place of faith. James grew as he began to realize the truth about his half-brother Jesus. He not only changed his view of Jesus, but it changed the way he viewed himself. And as we go through this book, I think you're going to see some things that not only change your view of Jesus, but change your view of yourself. Thank you for being with us today, and join us again tomorrow for your Daily 180 Bible Study.